Well, here we are. Here we are. I never thought I'd be in a situation where I'd have to make this. But evidently, here we are because there's no turning back now. I already kind of let everybody know. So, might as well just go and make this fucking video and drive the nail in the coffin. Um, as of October 15th, 2023, WYW has officially died. It's not going to be coming back. Um, it's done. There's no way I really could foresee any year one happening without a year two happening, which was kind of the main point of contention between the other creative heads and myself. Because I understand not having a guarantee on that is, having a guarantee on that is also unrealistic, but like, if I can't, like, I just don't know how doing year one's even possible. Like, what are we doing year one for if we're just not going to pick it back up? And the main reason I quit now is that even though we were so damn close recording wise to getting it done, which I feel stupid for. I should have ended it a long time ago and just let the pandemic kill it off. Um, trying to do it with anybody else was pretty much going to be a cheap imitation of what it would have been. That's the reality of it. It was gonna end poorly. Even if it didn't end poorly, it was going to be not the same for me or for anybody else really. And the reality is, I think people just moved on. People moved on. People stopped caring. Um, and that was just going to continue to happen with each year that passed by. Um, I could have gutted it out and waited 2 extra years and do everything I said I was going to do and just finish the recording and the fucking voice acting that was going to follow, and then what? I would have lost my team. I wouldn't have had a guarantee they would have stayed, even if things had worked out the way they wanted to work out, the way that we all wanted them to work out. There was no guarantee of that. I was actively losing voice actors for reasons beyond our control as it was. Which is one of the reasons why I just needed to be done. Because I never really got to heal from those. I never got to heal from the horrible shit that happened while doing it. Or at least the way I perceived it, it was pretty fucking bad. I just needed to. I needed to get rid of the thing that was making me sick in order to actually start to become better. For those who don't even know, maybe it's been very fucking obvious on the air, but my mental health has been at a fucking rapid decline since starting this show back in 2014 for a very long time now. Some reasons involving the show, a lot others not involving the show. Something along the lines in between. Like, there was something. And, like, I could have finished the show, and I feel like I still would have been miserable. And I don't want to feel miserable anymore. I'm tired of feeling that way. And I actually want to feel good about myself and not give a shit about what everybody else thinks about me. I want to know, do I feel comfortable in my own skin? And the sad reality is I haven't felt comfortable in my skin for the longest time because of things that happened that I question every day. Was it my fault? Was it not my fault? Some other things I know are my fault, and then it conflates with things that aren't my fault, and I think they are anyway. So the reality is I was not going to get better doing the show. I wasn't going to get better continuing the grind of content with no fucking gain, I guess. As much as I'll still be doing content on very rare occasions on this platform, I feel like I failed. I failed you guys. I failed my team. I failed any fan of mine, any person that was inspired by this show. I feel responsible, and that's going to be really hard to shake because I know reality is that's not the case. I know it's not all on me, but I always put myself down. I never have bigged myself up. And what's fucky about that is the only time I really bigged myself up was when I was on. I can't even believe I'm saying this, but Jeff's show. It's like the only time I actually feel like I contributed to something good and something wasn't a failure, and I could just be myself and not be judged. And for that fleeting moment, be all right with myself. And even that's kind of waned because I left all of modern wrestling content, which people are trying to get me to reconsider. Still to this day, I'm still getting people trying to reconsider. You'll notice in the comments on my J Hebert Side of Things podcast, if anybody even gives a shit, Grapple Vision of all fucking people actually reached out to me and tried to convince me. So, yeah. It's definitely something to think about. But ultimately, what I have a lot of blame in for when it comes to this show was trying to control so many people at once when that was not gonna fucking happen, especially with no fucking pay. Like, that was so unrealistic, and the more I think about it, the more I just think of myself as a complete fucking moron. That was supremely unrealistic. And yeah, it's just that and my anger. I got so angry, and I think just because I waited too long to do the right steps for myself, like going to anger management, like leaving my abusive relationship, which delayed that show even further, switching games, which I was told multiple times to do, and never did. Because I'm a stubborn prick. That's another thing you can blame me for. Much to a fault. Much to a fault. You know? I definitely don't communicate well. Until everything goes to shit, and then I communicate wonderfully, as you fucking see. Whether it's through fucking words or from fucking visual representation, you'll notice the fucking screen's black and white, because that's how my fucking soul feels right now. I had to go get help without getting too deep into the weeds of that. I had to get help almost instantly, a couple days after the show died. And I did. Got more help coming. Lord knows I'm going to need days of therapy, not just weeks at this point. And I'm looking to actually do that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry to all you, the fans that actually supported us and stuck with us. Whether you viewed it once or you viewed it 100 times, whether you viewed it like a few times and always left a comment or something and just being the reason we even have over 500 views a video on average is just astounding to me on the main shows we were doing. Like, I feel bad. I feel because I feel like I let you all down. And in a way, I feel like I let myself down. And that's going to be a really hard fucking feeling to shake. Like, honest to God, it's going to be a long fucking road to recovery on this. So. But I'll be fine, I guess, eventually. Just right now, I feel pretty down about it all. So. We're moving on. Maybe it sucks to say right now. Maybe I'll be like, I'm glad I moved on in like 5 years. I don't know. But it's happening regardless now. I'm not. There's no taking it back now. So, and just because, and I was gonna do this anyway because I didn't want to have to make 2 different videos for the same fucking result. FTW Productions, while I originally said dead, is going to be suspended until further notice. Certain shows will no longer be a part of FTW Productions. I originally thought I was going to kill it off entirely, but there are people that actually asked me to keep it going. Noah was one of them. Owen, I don't think he necessarily cared either way, but either he was confused about it or was at least interested enough to ask me, okay, is my show just not having FTW on it anymore? And yeah, I mean, maybe we'll start it up again. Maybe I won't kill it off entirely, but the channels are definitely gonna be fucking done and over with. So, some of the channels are, not all of them, but basically, I'm just gonna go through every show that exists, and we'll go from there. So, Indie Force, for basically the same reason WYW is canceled, that's canceled. Big shocker, I know. Rundown still going on. There's going to be an episode coming up this week. Watch-alongs, they'll be good. Watch-alongs will be good. Well, I wish watch-alongs would be good. Suspended until further notice and not a part of FTW Productions. None of Casey's stuff is going to be a part of FTW Productions. Royal Lion Lounge, even though it was never going to be an FTW property, I just was too lazy to remove it, so I'll just let you know now, suspended until further notice and also not going to be a part of FTW Productions. Retro Wrestling Review Series, that's ongoing. We're going to be having one on Bash at the Beach 2000. Wrestling with Idiocy, suspended until further notice and also not a part of FTW Productions. Content Review, suspended until further notice. fantasy booking series suspended until further notice. Button Mashers suspended until further notice and not a part of FTW Productions anymore. Owen and AJ Talks, that is suspended until further notice for completely unrelated reasons. Jay Hebert side of things, suspended until further notice. Character Select with me and Zero, suspended until further notice. I said this was originally canceled before any of this shit happened. Watch parties will be back, but until then, suspended until further notice. Reason being, we might turn that into a retro watch party when a lot of the dust settles with this shit. So, it has now been from canceled to suspended until further notice. Don DeMarco show suspended until further notice. Retro movie review series completely canceled. It's not even going to make its debut. ATW View still going on. Noah is actually producing that. I just actually have to give him the skeleton in order to be able to fully, properly produce it, and I keep forgetting to do that, which is my bad. What was I going to do? What's next? WWE Aftershock still going on. AW Sparks still going on. Anything by Mistress Audio still going on. Simple Bracketology, I'm gonna say only because of the people that were originally going to be involved in it. Suspended until further notice. Even though I worked hard on that intro. Kind of pissed about that, but, Simply Predicting, obviously, still going on. Simple Takes, still going on. That's obvious in a lot of cases. So yeah, basically anything that Noah Foster produces, Owen Finch produces, and Mistress Audio produces are going to be continuing. Also Zero, anything that Zero produces, it was going to continue anyway, regardless if it was part of FTW or not, because he edits all of his own shit. So they're still a part of it. Again, it's going to be really weird to continue the FTW name without a lot of the names I had. But, yeah, basically, Insanity Works Productions now, no longer incorporated, is essentially out of FTW. Same with Michael X, Mike Nikos. And Kuzan was out long before any of this shit. So, yeah. Really all I have when it comes to FTW's content going forward. If you want to know what I do, because I won't be gone completely off the face of the earth, I am still doing Jeff Meacham Network shit on very rare occasions. Jeff will still be producing content on my channel because it's just how it is right now, and I gave him the okay to do. I'll be on Open Mic Night Haunted Hangman, so that'll be fun. Lord knows I need the fucking positivity right now. So, and yeah, I'll be on for all the Open Mic Night special shows, if nothing else. But other than that, I'm gonna be taking a hiatus yet again. I'm gonna consider a lot of things, but yeah. I guess I should touch grass. So that's what I'm gonna do for the first time in years. Despite all this shit, and while it sucks now, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that ever considered to do Weymouth Youth Wrestling. Thank you to the however many people that have watched Immortal and beyond, all the main shows that we've ever done. I just wanted to say thank you, because you're the reason, really, despite all the bullshit that was going on, why we were still trying to keep it going. Sometimes life happens, and you just kind of have to roll with the punches, so to speak. So, thank you one more time, and I guess until, other than Jeff Meacham Network shit, very rare occasions, I'll see y'all on the J. Hebert side, if there's anything left of it.